And thank you so much. It was, again, like it was really helpful. You were godsend, literally, I feel. But at that time, I was at the bottom, like, I'm trying everything. It's not working out. What can I do? What can I? And suddenly, like, there's a person who is guiding me. So it was really, thank you so much for all your advices. And yeah, I think 2 months back, I was very stressed because my OPT was ending. Even now, like, it's a bit better, the situation, because there were some interviews and now I'm waiting for the responses. But like 2 months back, I was very nervous and very scared because I only had like 3 months before my OPT ended. And one of my mutual friends suggested me to reach out to you, and then we discussed about the plan. And how it has been helpful is through resume, I guess. The like editing of the whole resume, even the summary. I don't think my resume was that strong. And after having sessions with you, I realized, okay, resume is the strongest material in your profile. So yeah, editing the resume, making it ATS friendly, and even cover letters. I know that you told me editing cover letter is not that important compared to resumes. And I used to spend a lot of time editing cover letters, but then later, yeah, I'm not going to mention what I used, but yeah, I spent less time editing the cover letters and even the structure of the cover letter, and not just the sessions with you, but your classroom materials, the videos, how to structure them. Just the start of the cover letter is so important to grab attention, and yeah, so that it's not boring. Yeah, even the bullet points you talked about, like everything should be in bullet points, so the reader doesn't get bored reading all the paragraphs for LinkedIn, for cover letters, like both. And yeah, even I think enhancing my profile on LinkedIn was helpful. And the open to work wala ring was, yeah, I mean, I think people started taking me seriously after I removed that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
it started like responding, because when someone sees that, okay, there's an open to circle on that person's profile, they know that inherently, like, she's going to ask me about job, and so they don't respond a lot of times. And yeah, and in terms of interview prep, uh, so I didn't have a structure or a format. I used to research about the company and just write down the points that I like. But the structure that you have mentioned in your videos, like the star method, even when you're talking, and even in the resume, like everything should be like, what did you do, how did you do, and the impact is really important. And I think the impact was missing in a lot of my material, and even while I was talking about my projects. And yeah, I think so the work was there, but it wasn't necessarily put out in my previous experiences with the interviews. But I think your sessions really helped in putting out that impact, numerical impact, or just like whatever was important. I think I used to focus a lot on myself, and what I used to like in my projects or the projects that I have done. And I used to tie it to the firm that I was interviewing for, but not necessarily what they are focusing more on, like, not necessary. I didn't used to tie it in the impact form. So yeah, that really helped me. And yeah, I guess, yeah, it was overall a really helpful experience.
Nice. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad. And you also were someone who actually went at it like since the beginning. You were putting multiple, we were having multiple sessions and you were actually applying for a lot of jobs and everything. So how many jobs did you think you applied for during the process in like a day or something, let's say?
I think, yeah, I was targeting 10, but I think max it was 7, 6, 7 per day. Yeah.
And then how many interviews did you crack?
Um, just a minute, let me count.
So many. She has to
No,
take.
not so many, but I don't want to miss out on any. So, okay, one. I think 5. Yeah, I think 5.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Awesome. And then how was your, like after joining, what was the main thing that you feel like was the aha moment that, oh, this is what I was not doing and this is helping?
I think it was mainly the resume, which I was I wasn't editing at all
Mhm.
according to the firms. I think even later I wasn't editing, but it became so like the written content and the impact and everything became so strong that I didn't have to edit it much later on as well. But yeah, I think there was a major difference in the material.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right, right. And it started in like, I think, March or Feb.
Uh, yeah, March, I guess. Feb and March. Yeah,
Yeah,
around.
nice. And then you had multiple, like 6 interviews. When did you start cracking those interviews after you joined?
Uh, I don't remember actually. I'll have to look it up. But
But just like a couple of weeks later.
yeah,
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Nice. Great. And in terms of, like how you were feeling before the job, before you joined, how long were you job searching before that?
I think so. I graduated in May 2025, and I was working as a TA for 3 months after that. So in that period, I didn't do a lot of applications, but because there was like so much time ahead of me, I was a bit laid back. But yeah, immediately after my assistantship, I think I started applying, and I think I also spent a lot of time working on my portfolio. And but yeah, like immediately, I think around September, October, I started applying. But 2025 market was really bad the second half of the year, and it was so dry. There were not many openings. And I think the market became better in 2026, and there were suddenly so many openings. And the task was to like, okay, there are openings now, but how to land up a interview or how to land up a job in this competitive market.
Mhm.
So I think it helped.
Nice. Yeah. Was it the market was not good, or was it like your strategy got better and you're like, oh,
Both. Yeah.
nice. Yeah. Yeah, I think also in terms of you spending in the beginning when we talked, I was like, how long do you work on your, application, and how long do
Mm.
you work on your cover letter? You're like 1 hour for a cover letter. So I was like, don't spend so much
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I started doing my applications in 1 to 1.5 hour later on. Like it became faster than how I used to do it before.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Mm.
what do you think was like, apart from the resume
Mm.
aspect, do you feel like there was anything else that really helped you get the interviews?
Um,
Like, what
I
advice will you give people?
sorry, what?
What advice would you give others who are looking for?
Yeah, I think so. A lot of the interviews that I got were through networking. I
Mhm,
reached out to all like alumni of my university. Wherever, so I used to do an application and then visit their LinkedIn, like the firm's LinkedIn profile, and would check like how many alumni are working there, or how many of the principals or directors are from Columbia University or were teaching at Columbia University. Would
mhm,
just check it and then send my application to them over email, because not a lot of them again respond on LinkedIn.
mhm,
So I would just ask ChatGPT, because initially I used to sit and search for their emails on Google, and that used to take a lot of time. But later, someone told me about these softwares where you can like just feed some information and it would give you a list of people who are relevant for this job role and relevant to my background as well. So I would just like send these people my materials, and I would tell them, I would inform them that I've applied for this position online and just wanted to, yeah, get in touch with you as well if you have any advice or if you can provide any guidance. And I think, yeah, after that, so with every firm, I used to reach out to at least, I think, 5, 6 people and send out LinkedIn requests to most of them, like almost all of them, all of the employees, even if they were not working, or even if they were not the alumni, but just like apart from like sending connection requests, I would also send out a small note.
Mhm.
So there's an option of sending out a note. So I would send out instead of like a big message, just a small note.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think and most of the interviews, I guess, were through these network connections and yeah, reaching out to people.
Right. Yeah, that's nice. And you have, I think, that capability of like talking to people, reaching out and talking to people as well. Yeah. And how did your interviews improve over time, like before and after?
Mm-hmm. So I think even uh, as I said before that I didn't used to curate my presentation of like completely according to the form or
Mm-hmm.
like what if a firm specifically does thinking in the form of systems or strategies, I would just naturally talk about my projects instead of like curating the whole structure of the presentation according to the strategies or systems that they are interested in. So I think that changed. I started doing it after our sessions, and
Mm-hmm.
also a lot of like personality confidence videos that you have put. So I'd made a list of okay things to do on the day of interview, things to do a few
Nice.
days before of the interview.
Mhm.
That changed,
Mhm.
and I would just read that word document on the day of interview and before. Like I would make a checklist. I think making a checklist also helped. Uh,
Mhm. Nice. And do you think like having weekly sessions that was helpful? Like what was, yeah.
yeah, that was really helpful. I mean, people have all these like just the videos won't help. I feel like having one-on-one sessions really helped because you are basically talking about everything that has happened in the past, and you like Vinita, you are listening to everything and would know okay this has happened, okay this has happened, so we can change our strategy this way. Like you would give suggestions and advices, and I would like change my method or change my approach. Yeah.
Mhm. Nice. Yeah. And weekly was good enough. You felt like you wanted less more, or you felt like it was perfect?
No, I think weekly was perfect because you're still doing all these applications, and then so after going through the weekly classroom sessions, I think you need 1 week's time to do all those things and then come and have a session with you. So,
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. And in terms of your confidence since the beginning till the mentorship, like how did it grow? How did it change?
yeah, I think I so if you would have asked me about like if you have asked the same question to my older version,
Mhm.
um because I didn't know that this progress is possible at that time. Like I didn't know okay, this all these things are possible and that would make your profile stronger.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know if I would respond in the same way that I'm doing now, but yeah, the confidence has changed.
Mhm.
Like also because I think I felt like oh, I have someone who I can talk about all my professional issues. Uh,
Mhm.
who I feel like, okay, there's someone who is guiding me. I think the emotional part is as much important as the technical part that you are providing. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. That's so
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's so true actually. Like being able to support in like when you're not just technical aspects, right? There's a lot of information online, but when you're feeling down about an interview that didn't go well,
Yeah.
but having like a soundboard on like, okay, now what do we do to fix this next time?
Mm.
That really helps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. And then like in the entire like process now, do you feel like it was worth it? Like would you recommend this to others?
Yeah, I definitely feel it was worth it. I actually like I think I told you this before. If it would have been so helpful, like if I knew about this 1 year ago, I think I would have been in a much better situation right now. And I literally have like 1 month till my OPT ends now. But if I would have started this long back, I think I would have landed up a great job and I would be like working right now. And yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I would definitely recommend this to my juniors, like whoever asked me, like, how did you? I mean, if anyone asked me for advice, or I would
Mhm.
recommend them to talk to you. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, thank you. And in terms of like your, do you think it was worth it in terms of, okay, the time and effort you put into it finally is like, working out, and also the financial aspect that you put into it, you
Mm.
feel it's, yeah, this was
Yeah,
necessary.
I think it felt like an intervention. So, because I was tired that okay, I'm doing everything and nothing is working. So what can I do now? So it was like okay, someone got us got us sent someone to me and like uh, person who will guide me. That I literally felt that way, Vinita. I wouldn't lie, and I was like, okay, if she's experienced, like if she has done this before with a lot of people, she knows what she is doing, and so spending like the fee. I think we also discussed about this in the start that it wouldn't matter after I land up a job. This would seem like a very small sum. Yeah.
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 Nice. And now, how are you feeling about your future prospect?
uh, I know I mean I haven't landed a job right now, but I have given some interviews and I'm on the waiting period. So I feel like in future I hope it doesn't happen again that I am jobless. But if it ever happens again in the future, I would know that okay, like how to do, like what can be the strategy, and I can follow the same thing in the future as well.
Yeah. So now you are like not worried about like, not figuring it out. Now you have all the tools for it
Yes.
moving forward. That's great. I'm so happy to see your progress because I feel like you were on such a short timeline and everything, and then you pushed through and you actually are like super close. I know you're waiting for your, offer letters and everything, but it is on the way. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Lost. Yeah.
Awesome. It's such a pleasure to, work with you and just have this experience being able to help you with the transition. Did you feel like this would actually work out in the beginning?
Yeah. Uh, yeah, because you said you have I think during our introduction call, you told me like almost everyone, like I think you said everyone has landed up a job after yours, after the sessions with you. And I was like, okay, if she's that confident and if she, if she's that experienced, then I think there's a high chance that there will be a positive outcome. Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, I think so. Like, I feel like this has been such a great experience of just working with you and like, being able to work with another architecture
So,
background person. Yeah. So I'm super happy and I'm excited for next steps for you.
and thank you so much. It was again like it was really helpful. You were godsend, literally. I feel because at that time I was at the bottom, like I'm trying everything, it's not working out. What can I do? What can I? And suddenly, like there's a person who is guiding me. So it was really thank you so much for all
Okay.
your advices and yeah, guidance.
I'm so glad. Thank you so much. Yeah,